Alright, hello there and welcome to playing SuperMechs with OneEyedCat. I'm going to play this game for the first hour and I'm going to show you guys how to play it. It starts off in tutorial mode, so there's fun times here, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Note that the tutorial mode it starts off with is not going to be the way you play the game. That will go away, but it's a little bit heavy-handed at the beginning. It wants you to only do things a certain way. So, and it's going to do silly things like this. But once you finally get done with the tutorial mode, you'll see what I mean. Alright, now if you notice when I hover over attacks, it tells me on the right-hand corner like how much damage I'm going to do. I would strongly recommend that, especially at the beginning, you sort of look at your weapons and and decide, okay, well this one is more powerful than that one, and select them based on which one is most powerful, so that you can beat the beginning of the game. Well, crap, I made a mistake. Probably gonna die now. Because I made a mistake. But I think it has sympathy. The way the game's designed has sympathy for you at the beginning. Yay! So you're gonna see a lot of this type of stuff at the beginning, where it's like, this happened or that happened. It's gonna tell you that you're up, getting better or stronger or whatever. These level ups at the very beginning of the game are just normal. They happen. So don't think that the game's constantly going to reward you just for breathing. In this tutorial mode it does that, but not in the other modes. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to try to play through these as fast as I can, even though the speed is sort of set, to show you how to play the game. In the beginning of the game, equipment is extremely important. The tutorial will show you most things, but I'm going to show you how to sort of tell when you get something that's good. Of course, this thing's going to be heavy-handed and say you must do certain things. Like an item factory, like you can't put all gold mines up here because at the beginning of the game it's going to tell you that you must put your item factory in a certain place. It's going to tell you have to build more than one, and want you to skip because it's automated to a point where it's trying to show you stuff. Because now it's going to be like, hey, go into the workshop and you're going to put this on here, put this on here, blah blah blah. So at the beginning of the game, the way the game behaves is not the way the game's going to stay, thank goodness. So keep that in mind. I'm going to try to play through this stuff as fast as I possibly can, just to help you understand it, and make good choices in the beginning, which I just accidentally didn't do, but make good choices in the beginning of the game based on what you're going to have the rest of the game. Because that's a lot of it, is a lot of stuff at the beginning of the game, trying to save yourself time and efficiency so that you don't accidentally get rid of good things is extremely important. Because the more resources you spend on items that you're not going to use the rest of the time you play the game, the longer it's going to take you to upgrade things. Now while I'm playing, I'm going to say that I would strongly recommend that you use the base, even at the beginning. Do not email, in my opinion, do not email Alexander, the CEO of the game, and ask him to take your base away so you have something called silver boxes that you buy, where you buy your items instead of create them in the base. It might seem like it's more advantageous at the beginning of the game to have silver boxes. I'm going to hold on to the base with this account, because it's better that way. Oh look, it gave me the same items it did last time. So I leveled up again, like I said, it's going to take longer to level up as you go through the game. It's just at the beginning, it's going to seem like it happens almost every time. Now, watch this change. See, this one has 200 hit points. It won't let me click the other one. Actually, my mech has 190, but now it has 300, it has 280, right? Hit points. Those things are important to note at the beginning, because, and it's being heavy-handed. It won't let me show you the torsos. This one right here, the Interceptor, is actually a nice, it's a decent torso. It's not going to be one that you want to hold on for the entire game. And now it's going to tell me it wants me to upgrade using these items, so it's going to force me to do stuff. It's going to still be beneficial for me, but it's just at the beginning of the tutorial mode. At the beginning of the tutorial mode is going to be really like heavy-handed. So just thought you should know. Now I can speed up the game a little bit. Let me go over here and grab these. You want to grab these at first, in my opinion, because they can help you with every single battle, like if it was like a heat or energy boost or whatever. Also, we do want to actually kill all of the buildings because there's an achievement that will give us tokens, so we want those tokens. Tokens in this game, because of the way the game is set up, tokens in this game, you want to hold on to them until you get to 335 at least, so that you can get a premium pack, which is cheaper than spending 75 for a premium box, if that makes sense. You basically, again, efficiency is the big thing, because this game, for example, and I'll go into this in a little bit, I spent an entire year playing one mech. I bought the $5 a month token subscription on it, and I spent maybe 150 to 200 bucks separately from that on just other things in this game, like $50 deals and stuff. So my caution is, especially if you don't have the money to spend, be sparing in how you use tokens, because tokens in this game are going to let you get better, save up for deals like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 token deals, save for premium packs, 335. At the beginning of this game, you're going to earn a lot of tokens because you're brand new at the game, so there's a lot of achievements you want to equip this. There's going to be a lot of achievements to purchase. And of course I level it up again because I'm doing campaign missions. Now this right here, this deal, you do not want to get at first, because the items I have on the mech are not items that are going to last. Let me see if it'll go. Let me go out here and show you what I'm talking about. For example, this is rarity, right? This is rare, not common. There would be a yellow circle here for common, rare, and then epic. This will only go to epic. So this metal booster torso that you get at the beginning, best bet is to upgrade it to level 1 epic, and then don't upgrade it anymore. Because it's just going to be a bad idea. Now you do want to build common items a little bit, but I'll show you why later. So we're going to go grab our achievement tokens. And so if you look at my tokens, it would be really tempting right now to go, by the way, this is sort of like the SuperMechs concept. I'm only clicking no thanks right now because I'm going to go show you something. Alright, now here, this is a cooling booster, we want that. Everything else we don't want. Now here's an example. This is a common item. This can be upgraded to epic. I would say we don't need it right now. What we need right at the most in this game, at first, what we need to do is we need to upgrade our torso. But I've noticed something in the game at the beginning with tutorial mode, is it won't let you go and select power kits by themselves. Usually if I go to this kits thing, they would show up here, but they're not. It will only let you use them on torso or other upgrades at the beginning of the game. So just for the beginning of the game, we're going to use our kits that way. The better thing to do right now, if it would let us, is to actually unselect this, select the kit, upgrade the kit to max common, and then use that to upgrade the torso because it amplifies our boosting powers, but it won't let us do that. So for now, we're just going to put up the tutorial mode. We're just going to keep breezing through because we want to beat the campaigns at least at first so we can get tokens, but also so that we can get items. You'll see what I mean as we go along. Alright. Now I'm going to jump towards the mech. Doesn't mean that we should always have to do that, but we're going to try to keep people in range. And of course there's an ad. Once you spend money on this game, you don't get as many ads, but it still happens. So I just want to keep you in the loop. I would recommend, if you can spend money, that you do that, and if not, that's fine too. As soon as this campaign mission is done, I'll show you some options. But again, my goal here in this video, see I have 2 enemies, might as well use the two health packs. The goal here is to get enough tokens for our first premium pack. And you'll see what I mean when I go into the arena for the first time. You see all kinds of interesting accounts in there. Now this button right here would let me autoplay the account, what we call farming, but I'm not doing that because I want to make sure that I control what's going on. The computer AI isn't necessarily the best. It's good for farming, but this mech is really not ready for use for farming because it's not strong enough. So it just happens. It's better for me to control it right now, especially because, you know, this guy's doing quite a bit of damage. So we're going to hold on to our tokens as long as we can to get to 335, and it shouldn't be too hard in the first hour of playing the game to do that. Alright, a rapid destruction. Yes, we do want to put that one on. So what are we going to do with this guy? We're going to upgrade our torso. See, it's trying to make me do certain things. See, we're getting a lot of achievements, so we're going to be able to open that premium pack in a second. I'll show you the shop. Yeah. So the shop. If you look at the shop, this right here is what we want, premium pack. It's 4 or 5 of these. Now this would be pretty good, but again, we want this because we're going to get more of them. You're going to get 5 of them at a time instead of just 1. And you can already see math. If you do the math, this is the better deal right here. Now, if you're playing this game and you're not someone that spends money, here's my option for you, or my opinion for you. Talk to your parents. Tell them you'll do chores in exchange for this $5 per month. This right here will get you very far in the game. It is the most efficient way to pay for tokens in this game. You'll be tempted to use one of the bigger options, but it's not as good. This right here at the moment is the best. You have to log in every day to get your daily supply of tokens, but it's really good stuff. So that's what I strongly recommend. I'm going to do this side mission real quick. We're going to attack the guy closest to our to those drops, those boxes on the map, so that we can get them. See, that rapid destruction does a good job. I'm going to go over here and get these before I go on. And I'm going to destroy the buildings just because, in this case, I'm trying to get that achievement. Normally I wouldn't care, because I've already, by the time you've played this game a month or 2, you've already gotten all the achievements. So, there you go. So, hold on. Well, whatever. I should have probably used the heal pack, but that's okay. I have enough hit points to handle this, I think. But yeah, another thing is, if you have 2 enemies, you have 2 healing packs. You should be able to use the healing pack before each enemy, so you're trying to ration out your healing packs, but in this case I could have just started doing it. Now, I'm explaining how I fight. One of the reasons I use the drone first is because the drone, mathematically, if it starts, if you start it first, it will constantly be firing, which will give you more damage output over the entire campaign level. Some people don't start the drone first. I tend to try to start the drone first, but not every single time. Now here's something to look at. If you look at the right hand side, over in this area, when I hover over Room Witch, 26 to 40, that's roughly 33 average damage versus this one, 44 to 59. That's approximately 51 average damage, so if I have to stomp and use one weapon, which is just the way it is because he's getting close to me, he's hugging me is what we call that, I'm going to do it with the weapon that's the hardest hitting. At the beginning of the game, there's a whole bunch of weapons that you're not going to need in the end of the game, so just hold on to things. Try to keep it going from here. Okay? Alright, so our goal is to get to this boss over here so we can beat him. Because that's where we get our goodies. Get our rewards. Alright, again, because I know that's a higher damage weapon, I'm going to stomp and use that. There we go. And of course the obligatory ads. So now you know about this shop, about buying tokens. You're going to need tokens in this game. I mean, there are people that have played this game for a whole year, and they're still not even in top ranks. And I'll show you what that means in a little bit, but basically what I'm saying is you really want to try to, if you can spend money on this game, spend it, but at the same time, understand that I think, in my opinion, only the monthly deal is worth it. And to be honest, not to be negative or anything, but this game is a little bit dated. It's, in a way, for me, it's sort of nostalgic because it's a nice game, but, at the end of the day, this isn't like Borderlands 3, if you already have, PlayStation, then, buying Borderlands 3 will cost less over time. This game will. It's just the math. It's just the truth. And honestly, after playing this game for about a year, I just stopped spending money on it. Not to hate or anything, I just, I'm just done. So it looks like I just leveled up. Okay, that's a cooling module booster. Yeah, I should probably put that on. Leveled up again. Side weapon slot, whatever, blah, blah. Let's see what we got over here. We got that. What do I need? Honestly, I can do that for now, because really, in the campaign, you're not going to really face very many enemies. So, now that I have that that's not being used, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to use that to get me farther along. Torso is most important at first, because you need... okay, that's still building. Because you need hit points. That's almost the entire whole thing at the beginning of the game, in my opinion. Get your torso upgraded first, then your legs, because not only do they have hit points, but some of them even add resistance, which helps you, and I'll get to that in a second. They also do damage, because if you have to stomp, that's where some of the damage comes from. So, they generate damage. So, now resistance, I want to talk about that. This is resistance right here. I knocked down his resistance to -2, right? I have 2. What this means is every time he fires his weapon, it's a physical weapon, as you can see by the color coding on the left and right, physical damage taken is decreased by 2. Every time I hit him, conversely, because his is negative, it's going to add 2 damage to whatever I do to him. So resistance is important, especially in the campaigns. Not so much in low and middle ranks in the arena, which we'll get to later, because if you have a monkey torso, is what we call them, like fractured heat armor, rusty energy armor, or hollow spectral armor, those are going to have a lot of hit points, and therefore we don't really need much resistance at first. Alright, so I have 2 enemies left and have 2 health packs, so I'm going to use one of them before this mech and one of them before the final boss. Alright, so now I'm going to do this, and of course move forward closer to him so I can hit him with 2 weapons this next turn, hopefully. There we go. See, I'm doing pretty good because I have hit points. Now, given how much tokens I have, again, it would be tempting to go in there and get a premium box, which is just 1 item. We're going to hold off on that, because having played this game before, I know that it's actually worth holding on to the premium pack, because you have the chance for nice items that are legendary items and stuff. Finish move, and see, I still have plenty of health. So it's not like I'm in any sort of panic mode where I'm like, I need a torso, and so I'm like out spending money on the boxes. I can hold on to the tokens and wait for a pack. Yeah, I defeated that, so I get tokens and things, and I probably level up too. Now this is a fortune box. Usually you get blue with these, but sometimes you get other things. Like, I just got a epic, which is iron boots. Yes, I want to swap in iron boots. So now I have more hit points. I have 400 something. Right? See, I'm getting all these achievements because I'm starting out. So what do I want to do with that? Again, this is a common item. So I'm going to use it to boost my hit points a little bit more, because those are important. Now, this part is annoying. I'm going to go into the arena, and it's like, I am 13 years old. This pisses me off simply because of the fact that anyone can just blow through this. It's not really a decent age verification at all. And yes, I am over 13, but still. So, like, if your kid's playing this game, like, honestly, that's why I would recommend only letting them play if they're 13. Because, you know, this game isn't going to check that they're actually 13. This game don't care. But see, that's what I mean is, like, so, like, when I told you, is like, I'm not in any hurry to get more hit points or anything, because look at how I'm doing. I'm doing better than whoever this is already at 431. And I think that this is not even a real arena match, because, I mean, you look at this, and the person's got, like, really good stuff, so. Well, not necessarily good stuff, you know what I mean. So we got that, no thanks. I'm one of those overlapping range people, in the sense that I have a Broom Witch, which is range 1 to 2, Arnold, which is 2 to 4, and this one, which is Rapid Destruction, which is 3 to 6. I'm good. I don't really need it. But I'm going to use these to do this. I don't need 2 mechs right now either. I'm just starting out. So I can be chill. Win one arena battle. Alright. So then, yeah, whatever. Now I can get this box. If I had tried to get it before that, it would have been like, no, you can't do that because this. Now, power packs. This is the fun part, because it's still, like I said, it's in tutorial mode, so it's going to force me into this. That's fine, because I do need to upgrade my torso. Yeah. So now, this is why I said I'm not in any hurry. I have 500 hit points now. I am more than good. I'm not in any rush, because I'm in the beginning of the game. I'm going to hold on to 335, because you have a chance of legendary as well. So I'm going to try to play through this as fast as I can without boring you. This is an energy thing. It boosts my energy. I don't necessarily need it, but might as well use it because it's there. Those boxes on the campaign give you random things. So now, if you notice this right here, this is my matchmaking level, which is basically arena level. Versus campaign level, I've been leveling up. They're 2 different levels, they're 2 different things. Okay, now notice that this guy's a heat guy and just overheated me. So what does that mean? If you look at this, I have 28 heat points. You should always, in my opinion, manage your heat. So that means when this goes over, I need to do something about it. And notice that because I was cooling and I have hit points, I was able to avoid getting overheated and shut down, because that would be even worse. So, and I probably should have showed you a different way at the beginning, but I just decided I'd let you see me get overheat so that you'd understand what I mean. Okay, so now I have a healing pack. So of these 2 enemies right here, I probably have the better option, or the better chance of beating the buggy. Buggies are weaker than tanks usually, so I'm going to attack that first because I only have 1 healing pack. Usually when you have to ration out healing packs, you wait till your health is about half before you use them. See, that was not too hard at all. Now I'm going to use my healing pack before I go into the tank, even though I'll probably beat him. I should probably do that so that I'm safe. Alright, again, you know. Alright, so I'm going to destroy that, just because, see, I got that achievement unlocked. And leveled up again, so I'm at level 9. Campaign level is 9. I got a module slot, blah blah blah. Okay, I don't see anything that I earn. Go over here. We're gonna build a Secunda. Now it's like, you want to watch a video for another card? In my opinion, do that because you get nice things. You should do that. I'm gonna do that just to show you what I'm talking about. Not because I want to show you guys ads, because ads are always ads. And of course, I'm not looking to refinance a home, and I'm sure most people on this game are not either. See, so now I have a physical protector model. No thanks. No thanks. And I'll show you why in a second. Okay, I'm going to make sure I build another common item just to keep that thing going. See, this right here adds resistance. It can be helpful in this game, and since I have nothing better, it's a good thing. But I don't know why this is showing up in this menu, because usually it doesn't. Because it's supposed to show up inside weapons. I'm not equipping it because I'm a physical mech. At the beginning of the game, it's going to probably give you a physical mech. All these weapons, because of their background, the yellow background, are physical weapons. In my opinion, that's a better way to do this at this time, because when you're starting out, because you don't have a lot. Because, here I'll show you what I'm talking about. As you fight the arena matches, watch his resistance in a second. So I just hit him with that, he's got -1 resistance. If I have to stomp him physical, or if I shoot him with things, all of my items are physical. They're all doing resistance damage to physical. Stomp would do damage to physical. They all build on each other, and that's why you want that. Now, of course, it only works against physical mechs because, you know, and these are heat mechs, it looks like, so there is a drawback to using the individual resistance modules, but if you're at this point in the game, whatever. At this point in the game, you don't really have any very many options, so I'm going to attack the buggy first because that's probably going to help me the most. If I happen to know what mechs these were before I got into the arena, then, and if I had like a heat resistance, then maybe I could have equipped that. The reason being is, watch this. My resistance, it regenerates every single time I fight some new enemy in the campaign. So, that's the advantage of resistance when you're playing the campaign, is if you have a lot of it. And see, like, my heat's getting high, so I need to cool down. But if you have a lot of it, it will basically sort of act like a shield, because it subtracts damage from everything you do, and then because it regenerates between every individual cluster of enemies that you fight, it's basically like regenerating shields, so in the campaign at least, it's the best. Now I have a teleporter, I'll equip that because I do need it. Again, my stuff isn't the type that I would want to use this money to upgrade with, because it basically takes what items you have and maxes them out. The problem though is the items I have, other than maybe the feet, are not worth maxing out. They're not. So I would be wasting money if I decided to do that. So for now, I have a little bit of money. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the base so that my structures can be upgraded too also, because I can upgrade my gold. But the base, you want to upgrade it slowly, but you do want to upgrade it. Alright, I'm going to get this side mission just because I can. I'm showing you guys some stuff. Yeah, at the beginning of the game, you're going to get lots of achievements. So I would strongly recommend those. blowing up buildings and, you know, attacking stuff. Because you just, you know, at the very first hour of the game, your goal is to get as many tokens as you can, because once you get that first premium pack, you're just going to be OP. Again, so there's a heat mech, so I'm going to have to be conscious of my heat. See, I'm already at that. I'm fine for now, but the way to manage heat in this game while the ad's playing, the way to manage heat in this game is it's to have about twice as much capacity as you have heat cooling. I know some people will disagree with me, and you know, not every mech situation, mech build is the same, but I believe it's helpful that way because capacity means it takes this guy longer to overheat me. Cooling is when I actually get overheated or shut down, but I can manage that by cooling myself down, which is what you want to do ideally. Because if you let them go over, they could put you in what's called a shutdown loop where you can't get out of it and they basically kill you. They wipe you out. So manage your heat. If you go over 35, and in my case, if I'm going to go over 35, I'm going to hit the cooling button. You can always look at your cooling and your regen from here. Not always can you look at the enemies, but you can look at yours. By the way, the dual flamethrower mech, because it keeps getting close to me to use its flamethrowers, you could call it a hugger. That's sort of what we call mechs that are designed to get super close to people. See, I leveled up again, inventory slots, blah, blah, blah. Come over here, claim my tokens. I'm getting closer to, oops. I'm getting closer to 335. So I could go into the arena, but I'm not going to do that yet. Alright, let's see. What do I have in here? I don't have any extra items right now. Oh, that reminds me. Now that I've upgraded that, I can add another gold mine. I'm going to try to keep the feng shui, go to gold mine because that gives me more money. Collect these, and it won't let me upgrade it. So, I don't know, let me upgrade that either. Alright. Now let me upgrade for some reason. So I'm going to upgrade that to level 2. You can't upgrade more than one thing. But I'm trying to get the gold upgraded. You don't necessarily have to start doing that right off the bat, but I'm doing it to show you how I do things. Just trying to beat the campaign because beating the campaign bosses gives you the rewards at the beginning. Gave me an energy thing, which is just totally worthless at this point because I'm battling heat mechs, but whatever. Alright, so I'm going to go over here because I have enough heat points to do so. And I'm going to hold on to that healing pack until this mech. I could probably go without it, but I'm just going to use it because it's good for me. Alright, this is also a sort of heat hugger because he has dual swords. You'll see all kinds of interesting mech builds in the campaign. But, he uses treads, which have more movement. Like, you can move 3 squares at sometimes. Alright, now see here, 28 is what my cooling is. In theory, I don't have to cool down because he only has 21 hit points. I could just kill him. Probably still better if I had cooled down first, just to get into the habit, but that's okay. And I just keep doing the same thing. It's not too bad. I'll be honest, even though I've beaten the campaign several times, because I have a main account and an alt account that aren't even related to this one, I'm going to say that it's still fun to beat the campaigns the first time around. So I have one healing pack. I'm probably going to go over here and kill the buggies because I can handle those. I'm going to do that again. I don't really have to jump towards him because, you know, I have That should probably cool down at this point. In this game, how much damage you do, you always hit with your weapons. Damage is more controlled by how well you hit, I guess, is what they're trying to sort of simulate. You know, that's your damage is controlled by your random number generator. So I'm gonna cool down. That's important because I don't want to get overheated. Now notice this. You'll notice this when you build mechs for the clan wars, which I'll get into in a second. You want to join a clan eventually. Some clans won't let you in unless you're rank 10 or whatever rank. Rank 10 is not very difficult to reach. It just depends on the clan. Some clans are better than others. I would strongly recommend to only go into a clan that's active. It has people that talk. You have people you can socialize with. You know, people you can get help from, because you're going to need help to learn how to do things in this game. I'm just going to do this for the sake of, they're cheap. The upgrades are cheap at the beginning. Is there any way I can upgrade this with anything? Nope. But you'll notice this with clan war defense when you get into the clan wars and then build a mech for defense. In the clan wars, you fight the other clan, but their clan, like when you attack their clan, their mechs are controlled by the same AI probably that the campaign uses, because there's really not much difference. And if you've noticed some of the fights, the computer tends to the computer AI tends to abuse utilities. So you want to build your mechs with as little. See, another one of those. That's why you want to destroy all the structures at first. You'll want to build stuff without utilities for clan war defense, just so that AI doesn't use them for stupid things. One of the alternatives is to, what is it called? Is like if you have superb charge, which is more like a weapon, you can probably add that one to your mech, and you're probably not going to cause any problems. But still, it likes to computer likes to abuse utilities, so don't do that. Let's see, so 28. I want to cool down because, if we can't guarantee that we're going to kill them, because again, our damage that we do is based on random number generators or RNGs. So yay, so we're finishing that, Yay, mission complete, blah blah blah. We're probably gonna level up again. Yay, savior resistance. I'm gonna say no thanks at first because I want to do this myself, so I want to show you. This savior resistance has resistance along all 3 axes. At the beginning of the game, this is probably your best bet, not the other ones, unless you just happen to know what mechs you're facing in the campaign. Honestly, it'd be better used to do this. So I'm almost there. Just one more common item. In fact, I wonder if Alright, 50 structures, go back in here and continue doing the campaign stuff. You don't necessarily have to do the side missions. I like doing them. You can hit play and it'll auto farm and it'll grab all the things. I'm playing this manually just because right now it's probably better if I do it that way. Shoot. I should probably come over here and beat up the tanks first, because I could probably survive more of those. So now I have 8 resistance along all 3. It's probably going to help me out a lot more because now I'm taking, it's reducing damage in all elements by 8, which means no matter what I face in the arena, it's helping me a little bit. And you notice it regenerates, even though these guys aren't really pulling much resistance drain. They're not draining my resistance very much. You note that it regenerates after everything. I wonder if one of these guys will probably show you the resistance screens. See what happens. Oh, the reason I did not upgrade my drone, my jab, is because honestly, that thing sucks. I'm going to get better items than that soon. So again, using my health packs judiciously because they only heal half your health. Yeah, it's not drain. No one's draining me, so I can't really show you yet. But anyway. Yeah, I'll skip the ad in a second. Right, here we go. And then finally, this guy. Alright, now of course he's going to go over that. I'm going to show you something just because I have enough stuff. I'm not saying that you should do this as a technique. Teleport can actually do damage to enemies, but not really a lot. So if you teleport directly next to an enemy, it will do a little bit of damage, not a lot at all, but I figured I'd show you how teleport works. You can teleport to any square on the map, and most teleports are single use except for the double use ones. Grim Cobra, no thanks. I'll show you why here in a second. You want to look at the, well, let me grab this first. And it's just a comment. I'm not going to subject you to any of the ads, at least at first. I do want to get this to max. There it is. Ta-da! Now, here's what I mean. This does physical damage. This does, let's see, if you look at this, 43 to 69 versus this does more damage. So just at the beginning of the game, sure, we can do that, but I don't want to make a habit of it at the rest of the game, just for now. So I'm going to get that achievement that I unlocked. We're going to hold on. Grim Cobra, by the way, is an item that's on the meta list, so I would recommend holding on to it. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to like complete the campaigns as much as I can. This heat is going to help me because these are heat mechs, but this is going to be a little bit difficult, maybe. I'm going to get all the buildings beat up because I want to get the tokens off the achievements. Alright, buggy first. So only at the beginning of the game is it more important for me to do damage versus what damage it is. So right now, probably not for very long, but right now, Grim Cobra is a good idea. See, I can't use it anyway though. So what I would do is teleport to Grim Cobra range, just to use it because it's high damage based on what other things I have. But again, you know, when we get better items, see, I only have one pickup, only one health pack, so I'm going to use it right before the mech. And I'm going to pull out my drone every time just because I don't want to die. Now, one sneaky thing you can do when you have a mech that pushes you like this one is you can teleport to the far wall, and now his weapons won't push you because you're at the edge of the arena. He's going to back up because he doesn't like that, but too bad because he's going to die. Again, I'm not dropping into cooling modes only because I can survive it at this moment, but you should still manage your heat. I was just showing you how Grim Cobra works. So here comes that laser blade. Alright. Still gonna watch out for my cooling. So I'm gonna cool down like I should. And hit him with the highest damage weapon I have. Because like I said at the beginning, You know, it is better to have all physical weapons and things, and I could have probably beat the mission with those. But at the very beginning of the game, it's more important that you do damage. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, level it up again. Module slot, whatever, blah blah blah. Alright. Let's see what we got. I don't have anything that's worth putting in modules. At the beginning of the game, sometimes the top and side weapons show up in these menus, but they won't do that later. Alright, let me see here. What do I want to do? What's most advantageous for me? Not the drone. This, if I can manage it. I can't manage it right now. I could upgrade my iron boots just because it wouldn't hurt me. I could upgrade Grim Cobra, but I'm not building an energy mech, so I can hold off on that one for right now. Jab is not worth holding on to. I'll get a better drone soon. Teleporter isn't worth upgrading because I'm not going to do more damage with it, honestly. Iron plating, it's not really worth it right now because I'm going to upgrade my torso soon. As soon as I get the items to do so. So really, if anything, maybe a Broom Witch upgrade would be helpful, only because at this point I could upgrade it to rare, like blue border, and then use it for an upgrade. But in this case, I think the most advantageous thing would be this. Oh, I can actually hold on to items. Let's hold on to items and see what happens. Let's see what we get. Yeah, finished all my daily missions, supposedly. Alright, now I'm going to go this side mission. Alright, pull out drone. Let me see if it does any resist. Right. And of course it does this. Once you beat campaigns, what you'll do is farm them in the future. Like, I have 2 higher level accounts, and that's basically what I do with my fuel, is I use that to convert it essentially to gold by farming. By using my fuel, here I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second when I get out of this menu. Alright. Use fuel to turn it into gold, because as you notice, like when I'm doing the campaigns, I get gold. And of course he pushed me back. Okay, at this point, I think it's advantageous to go over here and then cool down. Of course, their weapons are going to push me back again, or he's going to come stop me, whatever. Boom. Alright. I'm going to go and we're going to pull out our drone again, try to make this as fast as we can. I know you guys aren't watching this, you know, for the cinematic effects. 8. Alright, so we're going to be pressing through. It's probably going to be like, do you want to do it? Okay, I did it. Good. Get our side missions right before we get the main boss. Alright, this guy's a pusher, and he's going to come closer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this, because these are my higher damage weapons. Go here, here. Right. Energy is not going to do me any good on this map, and so you might get to see me actually get my butt kicked. But anyway, sometimes that happens, and so you just have to play the mission again. Some of the side missions can be really difficult compared to the main campaign. I'll let this thing, the computer, do all the clicking for me. Sometimes some of the main missions can be challenging, or side missions can be more challenging than main missions. But anyway, so we're going to go and beat the easy guys first, because I'm trying to save hit points towards the end. it might be useful for me to even watch my hit points and be like, okay, so buggies usually damage me this much. So, like, but usually if you only have one, you should probably hold off until like you get to your midpoint. If you can, it just depends on the campaign mission. Try to get all these guys again. Again, try to use, like, instead of using Broom Witch, which does less damage than Arnold, I'm stomping and using Arnold rather than using Broom Witch and stomping. That will get me more damage, and I don't want to die. So now that I have one enemy left, I can use my one health pack. Go in here. I think the mech breathing is creepy. Alright, so this should be all the side missions leading up to the boss. All the missions leading up to the boss, blah blah blah, complete side missions. And it's going to probably ask me if I want these things. No thanks, because I'm going to look at what I have first. Okay, I can justify that. If I had like cooling or stuff, I might have to do that. Alright, let's see. Because I don't know who these people are in here, but like, look at my hit points. Your hit points are the most important thing in the very early parts of the game. So, because you're just going to destroy people. Of course now, they're all level 25 anyway, but still. And it's probably going to ask if I want to upgrade or switch any of those items in. Don't want to. Alright, physical damage, upgrade. Because I'm a physical mech, doing more damage helps me. You meet all kinds of interesting people in here, but I mean, like, look at the difference in hit points. Honestly, I suspect that these are computers and not actual real people. But that's just my suspicion at the beginning of the game, and it would make sense because, I mean, you wouldn't want to let people like right into the arena that are a little bit new. You might actually sort of discourage them if you get their butts beat. So I think these are actually virtual people, but whatever, like AIs. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. Again, I think this might be the first real person I'm fighting. But, you know, you can tell that's why I did my torso first, is because, you know, that's where your hit points are at. And all your stats. They have a sword. I like melee weapons and I like swords, but these swords are really not worth holding on to, like Secanda and all them. They're not worth it. Energy broke them, which means I deleted all their energy with energy drain weapons like Grim Cobra, which could have been, no, I don't want to do that, which could have been advantageous, but, you know, I have one more arena rank. Basically, on this game, your life is spent playing your daily 5 missions in the arena at least, and then farming the campaign. And that those two things will get you far in the game in terms of progress. I'm gonna laugh next turn if I drain their energy, because holy crap, they don't have very good energy. See, they reduced my my resistance, but you know, and even then, if you look at how they're behaving and moving, like they're automatically doing those little like cute little things. These people, I think they're all AI. So it's probably going to ask me about these torsos and stuff, but I'm going to say no thanks because I want to look at them first. Eventually the game will stop doing that to you. It's just right now it's in tutorial mode. So now I'm going to go into the shop, and another thing that will help me out a lot is hit points. I'm going to upgrade my hit points. Eventually I'll get all those upgraded in the game as I go along. Oops. And then I'm going to get 5 arena battles. So I'm getting close to the 335. What I will do is I will show you the game all the way up to that 335, and I'll show you the premium pack, and then you'll get to see what I'm talking about. So now in a boss battle, if you go like that, he's going to be like, well, you know, I want you to do this. It's like, whatever, sure. And of course I got crap. That's alright. So, go like this. And if I just play the missions the best I can, I will probably survive. So, in a second it'll let me skip. Gotta love ads. This, you know, in my opinion, that's why you want to, like, people that play this game need to be age 13 or above. It's not to be, and it's not to be, like, you know, negative towards people who are younger. It's just the fact that you don't want them clicking on ads or things like that, because you're going to get, eventually, like, you know, as you go along in this game, you'll get Google ads. Google AdSense is what they call it, I think. And so you get like advertisements for stupid games that are like dumber than this game. You get advertisements for like gambling, casino type games, and you don't want people, like, you know, you don't want your kids being exposed to that crap. So age 13 and above is probably the best thing. So because of my hit points, I might be able to survive all this and beat the boss. So I'm going to go over here and beat the boss. Because I have hit points, I'll probably survive. Boom. And use my higher damage weapon. He's probably going to use a sword to jump over. But I'm going to continue using my higher damage options. There we go. And there you have it. I'm probably going to get a level up. Yeah, whatever. Just give me the tokens. Hopefully I get something good out of this. Fortune boxes are usually going to give you blue, so that's just normal. I did statistical analysis on this. Level up, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to do that right now because, like I said, the items that it would upgrade would be a waste of time. Yeah, whatever. I'll slow through to dust, whatever. And here's the rewards. Power kits for upgrading items. So at this point, you know, I'm going to grab the tokens. Come on, give me enough tokens. I might get there. Nope, I'm not there yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And I'm going to see if I can upgrade, and I can. This torso is inferior to that. This torso is inferior to that. That's inferior to that. So now I've upgraded this. which is good because my hit points are going to go up drastically, and then it's automatically selecting the power kits, which puts me to max. At that point, I would actually say that I shouldn't do that normally, because this is not a good torso. I think a better option would be this, because this could eventually go to higher levels. For right now, I'm going to use these because I don't have enough power kits to upgrade to show you, but this will give me more hit points and more damage if I have to stop. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select something else so I can show you something. Hopefully it'll let me select the power kit. Yeah, there we go. So the power kit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to upgrade it to the max. I don't want to get rid of rapid destruction because that's a good weapon at the beginning. So I don't have enough to upgrade it all the way to the max, so I'm not going to. But basically, these power kits boost your upgrade power. If I just went and upgraded something with the common items, it wouldn't do as much. And is this enough? Oh, I'm getting close. Come on. Yeah, I'm getting close. So just one more. Maybe just one more mission or so. I should be able to show you what I'm talking about in terms of premium packs. And of course I didn't get anything that I wanted, but I got energy, which is good because in the beginning levels, energy mechs can actually be pretty hard to beat because you don't have very much energy, and that's what they do, is they kill your energy, they drain your energy, you know, so that's one of those things. See, now this does more damage. And this, there we go. So, and there's the ad. Yay! Like I said, I will continue to play this all the way to my first premium pack just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Yay, ads. I mean, normally, like the voluntary ads that you can watch in the base would be better because they give you items. I didn't show you those because obviously that would be annoying to you, my viewers, but, you know, hopefully I get a better drone especially. The first time I tried to record this, I accidentally didn't record it correctly, and so you didn't get the screen capture, you just got my voice, which, you know, that's going to be boring, because if you can't see what I'm talking about, then there's no point. But in this case, you know, just talking about that previous experience, that the first time I tried to do this video, I got a Void drone, which is actually, for the beginning, is a very good drone. So, if that happens, then, you know, drones are good to upgrade because they usually fire all the time, because you pull them out at the beginning. Yeah, here comes the sword. I've got stomp and that. See? So my stomp increased in power, and my hit points went up because upgrading your legs is good for that. And an items box. None of those really matter. I can go look at what I have. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But one thing I can do is I can go and upgrade some stuff if it'll let me. Yeah, now it'll let me look at the kit. Now, if I have enough common items, which is the best way to do it. Nope, I don't have enough common items yet. But I'll show you in a second. Alright, let's do this campaign. Killing the buildings only because. Achievements. Getting our boxes, and we're going to get our boxes first if we can. Sometimes the campaign won't let you, but you want them first because that energy is going to boost my energy for all these matches, even though I don't need it at the beginning of the game. It's still important. All right, boom. So I'm doing them in order of difficulty. You don't have to do it that way. Just trying to get through these as fast as I can so I'm not boring anyone. Boom. Boom goes dynamite. Alright, now I should be able to beat this guy. Hold on a second. Alright, here we go. So now, I do have more hit points left over than he does, but I'm going to have to be very careful about how I use things because he's got energy swords and he's doing a pretty good job draining me. If it wasn't for those energy packs that I got, I probably would have gotten my butt kicked. Just depends. Alright. Hopefully... Okay, those might help me. Nope, I'm not getting that. Level up again. Module slots and another mech. Just in case I want to play 2 versus 2. Almost there. Let me see if I can upgrade that kit so you can see what I'm talking about. Yep, so almost there. Not there entirely, but almost there. I don't want to use my rapid destruction to do it because that would suck. Because rapid destruction is a good weapon, and I don't want to lose it. Later in the game, honestly, like when you get to higher ranks, you're gonna be like, you're gonna laugh if someone says you need to hold on to your rapid destruction anyway, because it's not the best. All right, I'm gonna attack one of them and then the other. This is a energy hover because it's got the energy flamethrowers, so I'm probably gonna have to use a lot of stomp. I might actually get drained. Ow. Alright, so now I'm drained. I can't use some weapons, but I can use others. So if you're paying attention to that, this is 42, and this is like 85, so it's actually more, it's going to actually do more damage if I jump forward and stomp. Now note that when they drain you, their weapons do more damage, because all that drain that they couldn't do, that energy drain, gets converted into damage. That's why you need to be careful around energy mechs. They can be good, they can be bad. Right now in the game, energy mechs are a little bit weak. Not in the campaign necessarily at the beginning, but like in the sense of like end game type of stuff. Like all the way at top ranks, energy is a little bit weak. The players have been advocating to the company that they increase the power of energy mechs, and not in the sense of in the campaign, but in the sense of like when you're actually playing one. Now, honestly, like you're probably tempted to say, well, why can't I do that? That's only going to give me 31 drain. I wouldn't be able to drain the energy mech, so I might as well just go ahead and play the mission like normal. Grim Cobra will do a lot of damage, but you know, if I get drained, I can't do anything about it very much, except go over and stomp. One of the things I do in top ranks is I have an energy hover, and I like how ironic that is. It's almost like something out of like the movie Saw, because I drain them and they jump forward to stop me, but my higher damage energy weapons are closer range weapons, so they just basically jumped into my best range. Okay, now 335. I've got enough for the premium pack. Boom. Hopefully I get got a legendary. And I got a platinum plating right off the bat. That's good. Alright, this is great stuff. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to get this out of the way. Alright, so now that I've gotten these items, watch this. This is 342 hit points. This is 293. This right here is not worth me equipping, but notice that this one cannot be upgraded past epic. This one can. So in theory, I could actually, since that's all I've got, I could actually use that and upgrade it to legendary. This one is not worth going above epic. So in theory, I should do that. But I could also do this. Anyway, I don't necessarily have to have a second mech. I'm just saying I could. See, now the game is only showing you the items per the menu over here. Alright, so none of these matter. This is a Desolation. This is an energy-free weapon for long range. Because that's all the long range I have right now, it would probably be a good option. But if you look at this, if you do the math, it does better damage, but it's heat damage. So I might use it temporarily until I get this unlocked, but for now, it's the best I can do, so I'm holding on to it. Now this is awesome. Firefly and Heat Point are great drones. They're great. Firefly is more your damage drone, so I'm going to use that. It's also energy free, so it'll keep firing. But I'm only doing this because at the beginning of the game, what matters is damage, because you can't, like if I went with like some sort of philosophy where I'm like, I'm only going to use the weapons that are physical, like I'd be using this drone. 22 damage at the most versus like 74. Now the only thing to keep in mind with this drone, the Firefly, is I have to keep them in range because they're 2 to 4. If I wanted infinite range, this would be the drone, but I'm not doing that. Put it on the other one because this will be physical. Once I get the physical weapons, this will be heat. So, and then here I've got a platinum. This one platinum is 165 hit points, and is way better than even 3 of these for 30 hit points. 120 versus 165. Platinum plating is a great thing to have. So that's why I have it right now. Okay, so I'm going to do that. This can be upgraded, this golem. It's worth upgrading even if it only gets to, even if it only gets to a certain amount. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you the kits. I'm going to upgrade this using, all the items, common items, because that's better. Boom. And now it's max. I'm not going to upgrade it from here, or transform, I should say. I upgraded it, but I'm not transforming it. That wastes money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my torsos, and because this one can be upgraded to legendary, even though I'm still in tutorial mode and automatically grabs that, I'm going to get an extra 31 hit points. With the golem torso, what I'll do is I'll upgrade it to level 1 legendary and use it as food to mythical upgrade something else. And of course I'm not going to watch an ad because I don't want to annoy the piss out of you. I'm going to upgrade it 1. So I get better build options. Now my mech has 715 hit points. That is actually really good for being a beginning person. I'm not even going to bother with the second mech. It's only a placeholder. So that is basically what you can do in the first hour and about 15 minutes of playing SuperMechs. I am a top ranked player, so that's why I understand what weapons will work better in certain situations and circumstances and stuff. Again, this could go either way, but I think that the Desolation, just temporarily, is the better option. And then this mech will be heat someday, but right now I don't care. So now I should be able to go in and do some really important things like doing damage. Now what you would want to do at this point is you would probably create yourself an account if you haven't done so already. I would strongly recommend that you do that to save your progress. I'm not saving this because this is a temporary thing, but I really strongly recommend that you save your progress with a SuperMechs account. I would not recommend connecting Facebook to it because I've seen that cause people problems in terms of disconnecting versus reconnecting their Facebook to their account. You can end up losing your progress sometimes. Not always, and I'm just trying to get through this video because I don't want to waste your time. But I would strongly recommend at this point that you create a SuperMechs account with a good password and save your progress. But that's basically the first hour and so of playing this game. Thank you for watching this. I'm not going to ask you to like or subscribe because I don't really give a crap. I care about helping the community and not getting likes, but whatever. So, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again on another episode of this sort of play SuperMechs thing. Thank you, and have a good day.